Now to the US presidential election. We know who the Republicans want, Donald Trump. But on the Democratic side, the choice is even simpler. You have a sitting US president. Joe Biden is the incumbent. He has virtually no challengers. He's breezing through the primaries. In fact, he's just won the Michigan primary. But there is one problem. Joe Biden is 81 years old. He's overseen 2 wars. His approval ratings are at an all-time low. And even though he may not have any competition, it's not like he's popular. Take Michigan, for example. Biden won there, but it wasn't a clean sweep. More than 100,000 people voted uncommitted. 1 lakh people said they were uncommitted, meaning they're not too sure about Biden. But do you know who they're sure about? Michelle Obama. The former First Lady of the United States. The Democrats apparently love her, and a latest poll proved just that. Democrats were asked about who could replace Biden. 20% chose Michelle Obama, 15% chose Kamala Harris, and 12% believe it should be Hillary Clinton. So the Democrats want a shake-up. But their popular choice is not someone in the system. It's an outsider, in this case, Michelle Obama. The question then is, why does America love her? And can she shake up the Democratic ballot? Michelle Obama has always been popular. She came into the limelight in 2008. That's when her husband, Barack Obama, started campaigning. The couple was loved on the campaign trail. Once Obama became president, the appeal only grew. Their stint in the White House was quite popular, and Michelle wasn't just any other first lady. She did not live in the shadows of her husband. She held her own. Perhaps that appealed to a lot of people. She spearheaded campaigns, advocated for military families, and encouraged healthy eating. People saw her as authentic, and it added to her appeal. Michelle Obama had one of the highest acceptance rates among all US first ladies. In 2017, the Obamas left the White House, and since then, Michelle has come into her own. She wrote a book. She signed a Netflix deal. She hosted a popular podcast. She graced magazine covers, and she spoke at Democratic conventions. In 2020, Gallup named her as the most admired woman. She made it to a list of 100 most influential people. She enjoys a 60% favorability rating. So she ticks all the right boxes. Plus, she's young, at least younger than Trump and Biden. And she's impactful enough to rally the voters. Basically, Americans seem to love Michelle Obama. But do they love her enough to make her president? The answer depends on who you ask. 41% voters want Biden to step down. 20% of them say Michelle should replace him. The Republicans, meanwhile, call this, quote-unquote, pure lunacy. And what about Michelle Obama herself? Is she looking at another 4 years in the White House? It's a question she's been asked many times, and she's had only one answer. She won't do it. In 2023, she told Oprah Winfrey that she would never run for president. But in 2024, she's changed her tune, it seems. On a recent podcast, Michelle Obama said she is worried about the election outcome. Let me quote from what she said. What's going to happen in this next election? I'm terrified about what could possibly happen because our leaders matter. Who we select, who speaks for us, who holds that bully pulpit. It affects us in ways sometimes I think people take for granted. She says she's terrified. Is this a cue? Or is the world reading too much into it? I guess we'll find out soon enough.